Welcome back to another episode of the Armchair Pundits podcast. This is the weekend review show, and it has been a mixed weekend for sure for all of us, but one of us isn't here, so
That's a
his
mix,
draw.
though.
Yeah,
Because I
one
suppose it is a
win,
full
a
week.
draw, and
One win,
two
yeah, two
two
losses,
defeats
yeah.
in it.
Yeah, true. It is mixed.
Horrible weekend.
Other than that, it was a decent weekend. Had some fun meeting up with you guys yesterday.
Yeah, it really was actually.
Yeah, it's nice still.
But before we start, as we always do every week, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and also hit that notification button. So,
Just make sure you do.
So we'll go through our predictions from last week, the scores we thought were going to happen this game week, and once again, I think someone got it right last week. Leon got it right last week, but as usual, no one got it right. Lamont said that Newcastle would win 2-0.
That was wrong, massively.
You got a two-goal gap, right?
You got to win. You got to win, bro.
And the win, but yeah.
3-goal gap. They beat us 4-1.
Was it 4 in the end? Oh yeah, it was 4. My bad.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't
do that.
James,
don't do that.
There's no need, James, man.
Come on.
Oh,
it's hot out here, but in his house it's -7. Like, come on, bro.
Hey,
he set that one up nicely still.
You know what?
Fair play.
But, yeah, Bevan said 2-0 Arsenal, but that was a draw. Very nice draw. Thank you very much. Daryl said 2-1 Wolves. 3-2 in the end? No, 4-2. I've forgotten. I haven't written it down.
4-2, bro. 4-2.
4-2 in the end. 4-2. Leon said 2-0. Obviously 4-2. I went for a 2-0, hopefully. But we just about snatched a 2-1 after some madness. So yeah, running order for today. We'll start with Liverpool West Ham game. Then we'll briefly touch Arsenal Brentford, as Bevan's not here. That'll be a quick one. Then Newcastle versus Man United. I'm sure Bevan's got a lot to say. Sure Lamont's got a lot to say on that one. And Wolves versus Spurs. And then I've written it wrong here. No. Man City 5-2. That was actually an interesting game. That one. It was an interesting game.
It was actually
very interesting. Probably the game of the weekend, probably.
Yeah. So I've already done my post match, as I say most of the weeks. So if you guys had a chance to watch, I know you two were watching Tottenham at the exact same time. So probably Lamont first. What you thought of the game?
To be honest, I didn't really think your game was entertaining. The Liverpool game, it was quite boring to watch. I think it just felt like it lacked a little bit of oomph. West Ham didn't really look like, other than Kudus, which, you expect him to get a chance, which, to be fair, he maybe should have done a lot better. It didn't really excite me to watch. I ended up kind of, putting around and doing something else whilst it's on in the background, rather than really kind of engaged and, seeing if the game's going to get turned around or if you guys are just going to walk all over them. But I guess, again, when you guys are just like tail end of the season, 6 points before you can, really call the league over, you're just going through the gears, isn't it? It's like it was nothing in that game really that really need you guys to kind of turn it up. So I guess that's what you kind of just set out for. That's what it looked like to me anyway, as a neutral.
Yeah, for the highlights that I saw, I'd say very lackluster game. Really, I don't feel like you guys really got into any gear. To be honest, West Ham didn't really cause you to have to do that. Other than Kudus and Bowen having a few chances, wasn't really nothing from West Ham from what I saw. But then I don't think you guys were really at the races. I think it was quite poor, to be honest with you.
First,
for
it was a game of two halves, 100%. First half, we were
like
good.
I said, only saw the
the
highlights.
The highlights skewed it a bit. First half, I've been saying for a while, like, we're starting slow too often, and it's gonna cause us problems, and it did last week against Fulham. But this week, we started quickly, and we were on to them. Got a good first goal, Really
Yeah,
good cross from
good assist by
Salah.
Salah. Yeah,
Yeah,
nice way
try to chase
nice way to
down
get
Henry and De Bruyne.
that new contract. He's got his target set.
Yeah, bruv.
He wants it.
He wants
He wants
another
to leave
record
the
this
Premier League.
season.
He wants all them records. Leave the Premier League and all the records.
He might catch Harry Kane for second, but he won't catch Shearer. He's got to get 80 goals in the next 2 seasons to catch Shearer. So I don't see him doing that. But he's 30 to catch to catch Harry Kane in second. I reckon he'll do that. But yeah, now first half we played well, and it was like, okay, cool. Let's get the second goal, but we just weren't quite at it to get the second goal. But because we are usually better in the second half, I was like, okay, we'll talk to them, and then we'll bury them second half. But it's almost like they got complacent. They thought first half was too easy, and then came out second half. Beginning of the second half, they were okay, and then all of a sudden the lights went out, and West Ham took over. West Ham had 60 something percent, I think 62% possession second half at Anfield.
Jeez.
That should not happen.
Yeah,
That
wow.
should not happen at Anfield. It should happen anywhere, like, unless I'm playing against Chelsea or Man City or Arsenal. Shouldn't happen against these other teams. So wasn't happy with that. Wasn't happy with Slot. Slot caused some of our issues today. For me, Simicast was having a good game. Had no issues. I haven't heard of any injuries, but for some reason, 60 minutes he takes him off. And Robertson was just a downgrade. Like, there was no reason to bring him on, and it was almost like, why are you bringing me on for? I can't be bothered to play today. His performance was poor. The season on goal, which isn't his fault.
Nice, but that's Van
Yeah,
Dijk more
Van Dijk.
than him.
Yeah, Van Dijk has admitted that he heard him, but he still kicked it
Mm.
against him. And you saw from Robbo's reaction, he went mad. Like, what were you doing, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
but
But Van
Van
Dijk made
Dijk,
up for it though.
yeah, he
He made
made
up
up
for
for
it.
it. 3 minutes later, powers a header in. Should score more, if I'm being completely honest. And he said it himself. We train every week heavily on set pieces, and he should be doing better.
Going to be a bit controversial, like Lamont here, and say, was it a foul? Was it a push?
Possibly. You see them very often, and they get given it. Don't. If they're given it as a foul, then we couldn't turn around and say, "Come on, seriously," because it was a push. But you see them all the time. You see worse in situations. So were we a bit lucky? Possibly a bit lucky there. But other than that, again, Slot, I don't know what he's got against Harvey Elliott. I mean, Szoboszlai has looked tired for a while. Why Szoboszlai comes on and not Harvey Elliott? We've more or less won the league. Like, for me, some of the players look tired through the course of the season. Not because of now, but there's heavy legs through the season. Harvey Elliott's hardly played. You put Harvey Elliott on, you're going to get 100%. You're going to get all the energy we need right now at the end of the season. You're not getting that from Szoboszlai. Again,
It's
Fraser.
strange because he's made an impact so many times when he's come on Harvey Elliott as
Exactly.
well. So it's weird that the manager doesn't trust that he
him.
can.
I feel like
that.
Slot's got his guys that he just
100%.
trusts and he just knows and he just it's them or nothing. And it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen at the end of the season when it comes to the summer transfer window and how he's going to mold the squad more into his squad now that he's had a season. It's a majorly successful season as well. But off of the back of that, realistically, he can do what he wants because he's won the league. So you can tell him anything.
But you don't want. Obviously, we won it last time, and then we got bad injuries, and we didn't defend it very well. So, are we favourites to win it? When VVD signs.
For me, if VVD signs and then you go again, he strengthens with what he wants and has his own squad. He's going to continue to do what he does tactically.
Yeah.
So yeah, you go into it as favourites, and it depends on basically it all depends on what FSG is going to spend and how they're going to back him and how he's going to transform the title winning squad into an even more of a force with the players and the personnel that he wants.
He's going to have to, though. He's going to have to, because I feel like he rode his luck this season with the injury
Look at the
scenario.
title, bro. Come on, man. You can't say he rode the
No,
luck.
13
hear what I'm
points clear,
saying.
bro.
No, hear what I'm saying. No, you never let me land though. Yeah, I'm saying he rode his luck with like not resting players and
Okay.
kind of staying away from injuries. That's where I was going with it. Not because he won the league, because obviously the gap will excuse that all day long. I don't know if he'll get away with that next season, because now all these guys are going to be they're going to be shot. Like you said, Szoboszlai, I mean, I think it was the last game in Europe we spoke, James, and you were like, he just looks dead on his feet.
Yeah.
Like he looks shattered. And
Mm.
why is he not utilizing the squad that he has? Obviously, he knows something we don't, or he feels he does at least. So in the summer, I predict you guys to do some business. Some of the boys that are not getting their game time are going to be told you're in squad rotation. If you're not happy with it, you got 6 weeks to walk because pre-season soon start. And that's pretty much what the conversation will be. I feel like he can do that with his chest now because you guys won the
exactly.
league.
That's what I'm
Do
saying.
you get what I'm saying? So,
That's what I'm saying. Man can do it with his chest because no one can tell him nothing. And at the end of the day, these guys can bounce having won a title and go and further your career now because you've just been told you're gonna sit on bench, you're gonna get rotated.
yeah.
If you don't want to play that role, you've got your title, bounce, go and do what you want to do, innit? For
And
your own
also
personal career.
because these players have just come from winning the league, obviously there'll be a little bit of an appetite for them. Do you get what I'm saying? So if they're on the shop window, people will be coming in and saying, yo, listen, we'll have a bit of that, we'll have a bit of that. And, they'll probably still stay in the league, to be fair. They'll just go to other teams that maybe will utilize them more. Obviously, there's a lot of players that are kind of in the shop window for Liverpool as it is, from what I'm hearing. So the summer's going to be busy for you boys if it hasn't already started.
Yeah, but he needs to find the ground because even Gakpo coming on, he was fantastic before his injury. But Keys again gets no minutes. Like he came on last week, looked good. Comes on in the final, looks good and scores. And it's like, okay, cool. If you're not going to start him, then give him some minutes, man.
Yeah, it's
Like,
true.
I just don't. I didn't. As a Liverpool fan, I didn't need to see Gakpo again today. I didn't need to see him. I'd rather see Chiesa play. Like Nunes was out ill, so there was rumors. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. He was out ill. Apparently, he's probably gonna be gone. But end of the day, as you said, it wasn't the greatest game. First half good. Second half, we were below par. But champions find a way to win, and we showed our champion spirit today. And Van Dijk stepped up, wins us the game. And Slot said himself, we didn't deserve to win. So personally, he thought it should have been a draw, which is possibly true. I don't agree personally. I think we did enough to win the game, but it couldn't have been an outrage if we had drawn the game. But we move on. 2 more wins, and that's it. On to Leicester next, which we'll probably make hard work of because we're Liverpool.
Nah, not the way Leicester have been this season.
Bruv, they scored 2 goals for the first time in 11. They're going to be high.
Exactly.
They're going to be high in confidence.
Did they win?
No. They almost did, though. I always forget his name. Had a really good shot towards the end. But yeah, on to the Arsenal game. 1-1. Boy, it wasn't the greatest game.
Yeah, it was boring, bruv. Boring.
Arsenal
After the Lord Mayor show kind of thing, innit?
Yeah.
Is that how they say it?
Yeah, something like that. A lot of yawns going on there. I think any Arsenal fan looking at Brentford, you'd always look at that as a slab banana skin if you're trying to chase the title down. Do you get what I mean? Obviously, it's 11 points, but at this point, I think Brentford just wanted to just go in there and just spoil things for Arsenal, not make it look so close, which in fairness, it isn't. I knew from Christmas that they were going to be nowhere near you guys anyway. But they live in hope. I'm glad Bevan's not here to defend himself. This is lovely. This is amazing. We need to do this more often, I think.
I can say what he wants to say.
Yeah, say what I want to say with no rebuttal. No, to be honest, you know what? When they were setting up to go against Brentford, I thought to myself, wow, there's not a lot of changes in their squad, and they've just had one of those high energy games against Madrid. I thought they might have. I don't know.
The same, was it?
Let's expect to see Rice. I thought Rice would get.
Yeah.
He came off with looked like an injury, So I thought he'll get rested, but they
But-
can't rest him. I guess he's the engine.
Yeah, literally. Did Saka look? I mean,
Saka looked rusty, bro.
he
Looked rusty.
did, didn't it?
Yeah, looked rusty. Like when he nicked the ball, you're
Should have
thinking,
buried that.
slot that.
Yeah.
Slot that. He's gonna slot
Yeah.
that. He's gonna finish it. No, I was like, okay. But yeah, I don't know. Again, they lack that focal front player. Like if they had a striker this season, it could have been so different for them.
You said that for a lot of teams, though. Let's be honest.
It's
For real.
true. It's true. But
We don't have one.
they seem lost. Nah. But fair play to Brentford in the second half, coming into it, and towards the end of the match, it looked like they could have been the team to end up nicking something. Really, to be honest with you,
Arsenal had 10 men for 15 minutes, innit?
yeah, for real. And a good goal by Wizard. So yeah.
There wasn't much in that. Not much big chances, I would say.
Yeah, they've got a big game on Wednesday or
man.
Tuesday. I think it's Wednesday actually. So they're fully focused on that. They know the league is gone. So I think for them, the focus was getting through this game without any injuries, and they obviously didn't lose. I think their Champions League spot is not like 100% secure, but they're in pole position to get it. It'll be very difficult for them to miss out from that position. So going for the Real Madrid tie in the week is definitely their priority, and it makes sense for them to kind of, I guess, ease Saka back in, because obviously he's just come back from injury, and obviously having that chance, having that opportunity to score for him is unusual to see him fluff his lines like that. But yeah, I think it's just damage limitation ahead of the Champions League game for Arsenal, really.
I'd say their goal on the counter, that's it's not a set piece. It's a good goal, and
Very good goal.
fair play to Partey for the finish as well. And he had a great game against Madrid. Everyone talks about Declan Rice in that game, but I think Partey had a really good game against Madrid, and backed it up with a goal for them this weekend as well. So fair play to that as well.
Should have been played against 10 men though. That tackle on Martinelli, the scythe from behind by Norgard.
I haven't seen it, to be honest with you.
Never seen it. He literally scissored him from
it
ankle.
wasn't nice, but we see some horror tackles, and
Yeah.
Lamont's posted one.
Mbappe's one.
Mbappe's one. Shoot,
Brother.
There was feeling, bro. There must have been previous for that, because he
must
stamped.
have been something. Yeah. So, could have been, but it wasn't given. I don't think it really made a difference, to be honest with you. Truth be told.
I don't know. If they'd been there 10 men, they'd have been more likely to win the game. But
I
in
don't know.
terms, obviously, the grand scheme of things, yeah.
Grand scheme of things, they probably would have played in their favour, and they maybe would have been better than they were. But Arsenal just looked a bit,
because it was early.
flat. Yeah, looked a bit flat still. But yeah,
They've definitely given up on the league.
After that result against Madrid, you've got to throw all your eggs into one basket, because they could not have dreamed. They could not have dreamed for that. Now they can even have a sly eye on the next round, and say like, yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, what who we playing?
PSG,
They definitely can't have a slight eye on the next round. They need to go into Bernabeu and finish the job off. I think they will. I don't think Real Madrid are going to be doing any miracles this time.
Liverpool beat Barca.
They need to be focused, man.
Yeah,
true.
Liverpool beat Barca 4-0.
Look, bro, I'm a Madrid fan, so I'm begging for it to happen. But
listen, to be honest, Madrid haven't scored that many goals. They haven't scored that many goals.
No, they haven't.
They won 1-0 today. Another red card.
Right.
Yeah, and Mbappe this time. Them men are losing a little bit of composure.
Yeah, and defensively, they're missing a few defenders, like with injury and just through lack of fitness, I'm guessing. So
yeah.
I feel they're going to go into that game, and I think Arsenal will probably get the first goal, and I think that will be it. The tie will be wrapped up, to be honest. But anyway, Arsenal ain't winning the Premier League. That's what this show's about. End of story.
Right,
Next.
We'll move on.
So, you're next then, bro. You're next.
Yeah, mate. Welcome to the pain, bruh. Welcome to the pain
4-1.
So I want to
station.
So firstly, okay, we're still above Tottenham, but that's not what this is about. You know what I looked
That
at?
should never be Man United's
Bruv,
benchmark.
is that an achievement? Yeah.
No.
Saying
What
shouldn't
makes
be
it
Man United's
worse?
benchmark.
What makes it worse? Everton are now above us. Yeah, 32 games in this Premier League season, and we've got 38 points, -7 goal difference, brother. In my life, I never thought I would be
Man.
living this pain.
That's in
What
your life.
is going on? Like, I honestly feel like I can now successfully just go put £500 on Lucky Dip and I'll win something this week. Because there's no way, in any of our lifetimes, we should be saying Man United, bottom half, 32 games gone and 38 points with -7 goal difference. I mean, it's a sad state of affairs. I'm going to be honest with you. The game started good in terms of exciting. We looked like
Yeah.
we
Good game.
were going to...
Start off with.
It looked like we were going to be up for the battle. Again, Xerxes.
Flashes.
The geezer.
Flashes.
He's showing you he's got quality, he's got ability. The link up with him and Bruno, if that goal had gone in, I would have been like, yo.
You know what though? If that goal had gone in, it should have gone in because
Facts, yeah.
he should have placed it bottom corner across the keeper.
Bruno's got better quality than that. He's just lashed it in it, and he lashed it at the keeper. Pope's just put his hands on it, but
the build up
Newcastle
was sick. I think the commentator said like FIFA. It was FIFA-esque.
Yeah, it was. It definitely was.
It was.
Yeah, it definitely was. I think my concern is that Newcastle went the other end and done the exact same thing and scored. Like literally.
Yeah.
Within minutes. Yeah. They went the other end. Isaac stepped off his centre back, who was You're right there, James.
Just enjoying
You're right.
it. Just enjoying it.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm not enjoying this, bro. Newcastle went the other end and just stepped off his defender, who was Lindelof, by the way, and just dinked it over the centre back's head. And what's his name? Tonali just smashed it bottom corner.
Yeah, that's a finish.
That's how you finish. That's how you finish.
Yeah.
So I looked at that and I just said, boy. I mean, obviously it got better. Garnacho got his chance eventually.
Good,
I mean,
good
in
finish.
the first,
Good finish. Do you know? I'm not gonna lie. The finish did surprise me. Like when it first went in, I was like, "What? How did that go in?" Then? Then when I realized,
I thought I was the only one. I thought he toe poked it.
And then when I see that he slotted it, so I was like, "Okay,
it's quality."
Yeah, it was.
I was like, "Okay." Like where's this composure from Garnacho normally?
Exactly.
It was alright.
James, the hatred can stop, you know.
Yeah, no, it can't.
The hatred can stop.
He loves it.
You heard him. No, it can't.
But the funny thing was, obviously, that's Garnacho's first goal in like I don't know how many Premier League games. Like honestly, he's been taking so many shots. I was sitting there, and I said, how many shots has this guy had and not scored? Because I'm pretty sure I heard the commentator say like this is his first goal in like 20 plus games in the Premier League. I'm like, really? With the amount of shots he's had, that sounds unbelievable, really, for that level of player. But again, he's young. I get it. He's still learning his craft. But guys like him, Xerxes, Bruno, like I'm talking about the guys that are fit, and attacking wise. Those are the guys that give me hope. But obviously, it falls short when we look.
There now.
Right. But it falls short.
I'm pretty sure Xerxes went in there earlier in the season, was he?
No, he wasn't. It took a bit of time for him to get on his feet. And to be honest, was it the Newcastle game that he got dragged off on in the first half hour?
Yeah,
it wasn't it. So it was a Newcastle's game that he got dragged off on, and I feel like he came here with a point to prove, to say, you know what, remember the last time? It's not going to be the same thing this time. And obviously, it wasn't. To be fair, he had a good game, and he was holding up Burns and Schur quite well. To be fair, he should have definitely got more fouls than he did. But such is life. Injured. Yeah, such is life. Refs are always against us anyway. But yeah, I mean, look, the first half was definitely, it left me feeling like, there's something in this game. I still felt like it was a draw, as in it was going to end the draw. But obviously, the second half, when we came out and conceded after 5 minutes, I thought, right, look at the capitulation straight away. I don't know what he said to them in the change room, or if they just came out and thought, you know what, we ain't got the legs. But I feel like we lacked the physicality massively in the centre mid. Linton, Guimaraes, and Tonali just overpowered us. They wanted the ball more. They. I feel like there was a double or triple of each one of them in the midfield because everywhere we went, there was like 2 or 3 men around us. We didn't have no space. Whereas when they had the ball, they could just roam. So that was a little bit annoying. Obviously, Harvey Barnes got his goal. That was really good.
On.
Yeah,
I mean, he's had a really,
which
really
one of us said it?
Bro.
Do you know what? It was Bevan, I think, because he said, "Be careful because when Tonali comes back, they're going to be a different altogether." I think he said that early because it was from his band, wasn't it?
Yeah, he didn't start the season.
Yeah, that's right. And they were looking a little bit. They were looking a bit like they could fall off a little bit, and he came back and they just took stride.
The thing is, everyone thought about Tonali. Everyone thought, Newcastle being bumped because of the ban and everything, this, that, and the other. People forgot to remember what kind of a player he is and how the quality is and why they paid the money for him. So it was always going to come. He's always going to come and do that. And then when you got him and Guimaraes in midfield, it's a problem.
Daryl, he can do it all though. Just like he can do it all. So he's like
he's fully fit. When they talk about the best midfielders in the league, his name should be in there.
Agreed.
I think the games he's played now and what he showed, he's scored some goals since he's been back.
Bangers, isn't it?
Yeah, yes. And it's not like he doesn't show the defensive aspect either. It's all action. So yeah. It was a lot for you guys today, in all honesty.
Yeah. I mean, look, I think it showed a few things for us today, to be honest with you. Firstly, it showed that we need an attacker, obviously. We need a vocal point. Because when Højlund came on, you could see that he ain't got what it takes to kind of really deliver, a driving force to kind of lead from the front. And also defensively, we need a leader. Lindelof is not a leader. So at the back there, he was not really doing what he was meant to be doing in terms of calling the line, in my opinion, as in just making sure everyone's in check. You got that marker. He wasn't doing all of that. So that's why Harvey Barnes can pick up the ball from halfway line and run through 4 man and bury it top corner in Sunday League.
Mate.
Like, come on, man. Put a hand on it.
Corner, bro. It wasn't top corner.
I don't listen. It went high up there, bro. Either way, he shouldn't have been there. He had about 4
better strike than Alanga's last week.
Yeah, it was a good finish though. It was a good finish. I'm not gonna say.
And then obviously, the last thing that really kind of probably hurt me the most is obviously Amarin's made a call. He dropped the keeper as he should have done ages ago, by the way, but he definitely should have done after the last game. And up until the 4th goal, I would argue that the keeper was repaying him for that, little vote of confidence. He didn't do much wrong. He might have conceded the goals, but I don't think he could have done much to kind of stop them from going in, because Barnes' one was quite far from him. Tonali's one was bottom corner and it was a volley. And what was the other one? I think he had a double save in the first half, I think, as well. So he was...
Guimaraes scored the 4th one.
Yeah, this is what I was leading to.
I think he flapped at one though, and at one point and pushed it out into
No. That was a good double save, though. That was a good double save. The ball came across the box. He's put his hands on it. He's got straight back up and saved it. If that's Onana, that's going in the back of the net. Everyone knows that. The guy likes to push the ball to the strikers. That's what he does.
Well, he still did Onana nonsense by chipping.
But obviously, the fourth goal, yeah, the 4th goal made the manager eat his words, isn't it? Literally, he dinks it over our centre back and gives it to their centre mid. So, yeah, I don't know, man. This season's over for me, blood.
So what do you do in that second start then? Does he sub him? Does he start
sub
again?
Him? Get Heaton on. Get Heaton on the pitch.
Go to a third keeper, yeah.
Yeah, just go get Heaton, man. Get Heaton. I mean, look, we're going into Europe. I feel like Bandaye, I think his name, isn't it? Bandaye?
Yeah.
Ali, I'm just going to call him Ali. He's better suited to cups. Yeah. He's better suited. Yeah, we're brethren though. That's why I call him Ali. But he's better suited to cup games anyway, to be honest with you. But I got a feeling that he might even call back on Nana for this second leg.
I think he will.
I've also that funny feeling, man.
Yeah.
He needs to do better. needs
think
to
he
do
just
better.
took. Personally, I just think he took Onana out the limelight and out the heat for that game ahead of the Europa League game.
Bruv, he put himself in the limelight. What are you talking about? He's sending messages talking about Leon and all of that, bruv. Concentrate on yourself, bro.
To be
You're
fair,
I
his
don't
initial
get it
comment,
with Onana.
his initial comment was nothing wrong with his initial comment. A team
No,
like Man United
and
should be beating Leon. That's the truth. Just
Brother.
that Matic got into his feelings.
yeah, bruv, and he addressed it, bruv, and he come back. Bruv, the clapback was good as well, bruv.
The slapback was
And
proper.
like, yo, I've won something with the greatest club there is, as far as he cares. And boy, what can Matic say? He can't say nothing. So we'll see what happens in the next leg, innit?
Yeah, man.
I reckon he
you
comes
gonna
back
say, Leon?
personally, and he's got a point to prove.
I just don't. I don't know what's happened between Onana leaving Inter and what's turned up at Man United. Like, I know the defense is obviously not stable because Man United have
Big
chopped
difference.
and changed so many times. They've had injuries, obviously, but the managers that have been in haven't really been real, I guess, secure about who they have at the back, and that's obviously affected his form. But I just feel like some of the things that he's trying to do, there's no need for him to do, and it's like his decision making. Like, we're seeing some of the things that he got away with at Ajax. Like, he never brought that stuff to Inter, but at Man United, it's like he's gone back to Ajax doing the madness, but he's not getting away with it now because he's playing for a team who's not superior in or playing in a league that is far superior to the team that he's in.
Yeah.
So to me, I think he needs to go back to the basics, but I don't think he will because he just doesn't have that mentality. Like, you've seen him have
His
disagreements
confidence,
with
bruv.
coaches.
He's bossy. He's confident.
But that's the thing, Daryl. Like, you got to know when to stay in your lane because if you keep making the same errors, you need to know how to rein it in, and that's what he's not doing. And the same thing for Cameroon when man left the tournament because the manager said, "You need to stop trying to play like you're the deep line playmaker. You're the goalkeeper. Stop the goals." Yeah. Man said, "Nah, that's how I play." He had to go home. Manager said, "Cool, bye."
And you see what? And just on what you said, Leon. Yeah, that's exactly why I know that the post that he put up about Leon was probably a dig. He's probably got a brethren that plays for Leon, yeah, and he was like trying to send like a slight dig, and it just got blown out of proportion. And then he put the spotlight on himself. At the end of the day, you're a goalkeeper. When you're shipping bare goals, bro, don't start talking about nobody else's team, bro. You need to focus on yourself. Meditate, yoga, do all the good stuff. Get in there and save the goals. Don't pass the ball back to anybody other than your team. That's it.
I don't get it, man. When you're a goalkeeper, it's so risky for you to be bossy like that. Like, I understand confidence. You can be self-assured. You can be confident in your own ability. But when you're bossy about it, there's no room for errors for goalkeepers. Once you make a mistake, it's going to be a goal. Yep. Unless the person who ends up in the fortuitous position to score flushes their lines. But what's happening right now is everyone's capitalizing on every mistake he makes.
Everybody. Boy, well, look, I think, to be fair, our weekend had defenders and goalkeepers making mistakes and giving goals, and I don't think we were the only ones this weekend that done that.
You know what? You did that so sly, bro.
So I'm gonna hand it over to you.
You know what?
What's the move?
I'm not even talking. I'm going on mute.
That's all, folks.
The segue and a half. The segues, the setups, elements on it today. I'm gonna let Leon, because Leon's
ready to dunk. Since all you, bro.
Nah?
Age comes first, he said.
Boy, do you know what? My team's just a joke right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, there is nothing I can say that's positive about that game at all. It's just pure stupidity. Stupid. Like, we're lucky.
Before you go on, this is relevant. We asked Leon last week, Ange in or out, and he kind of changed from a few weeks ago. So he said there's no point in second Ange in, and for next season as well. So 17 defeats now.
See, Satan told me
17 defeats.
Are you Ange in? Come on the pod last week because I would have cussed you. I would have cussed off Leon's Ross. bruv. Leon,
Bro, you can cuss now, bruv. You can cuss now,
Go on.
bro. There's 11 players on the pitch, bruv. What the hell are they doing? That's got nothing to do with the manager, bruv. What today had nothing to do with the manager. That's on BS, bro. And I'm holding back swear words because I can't believe what I saw on the pitch, bruv. On a real tip, how can you do what? You know what? I'm going back on you.
Listen. He's the manager, bro. He's the one that sets them out there to do this. He's the one that does the training sessions, the tactics. He does all of this, bro.
Oh, I'm with Leon. That's mad. You see
today? Daryl, I'm telling you. The stupid mistakes that I made today is not because of the manager, bro. No way, Daryl.
I'm not talking about today. We are where we are at the moment because the club is a shambles. And it's a shambles because of this fraudster with no tactical nous, no sense, no brains, playing the same way, doing the same thing, playing the same dead players, doing the same nonsense every single week. Because when you do that and you get to a point of this mentality where we are now, it's going to happen. And I don't even think these players are smart enough to say they're not even playing for the manager. They're just playing damn stupid and damn dumb right now. That's the truth of it. And yeah, today was a prime example of nonsense. And yeah, I'm not going to blame Ange for today because of the madness that I saw out there. Like, even Ange must be thinking, what the hell?
Bruv, you see him cussing in the dugout. He was cussing, bruv.
Bruv, it was dumb. It was dumb. Do you know what, yeah? I was going to say, it's lucky we're not in a relegation battle. Because right now, after that performance there, if we was in the relegation battle, we was going down. If you're going to play like that against a team that are in and around about you, we had a chance to go 13th today before the match. We could have gone 13th if we had won. But no, we come out against Wolves.
Did you hear what you just said? That's mad.
Bro,
with 32 games gone. Bro, I can't even say that yet because I don't even feel comfortable we can even get 13th, blood. And stay there.
I had the audacity in my mind. I looked at the league table and I was like, I had the audacity in my mind to say, could we at least end the season like with a little run, like a last little 5-game unbeaten run?
Imagine.
I actually had that thought, but it's like,
who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
Bro, exactly. Bro, it's delusion. That's what's come to you. And whenever you know you need to be delusional, bro. I actually
delusional because you said you said Ange in for next season, bro.
I wonder if we could do because I still got nice for next season because I know we're not going to Frankfurt and win. We're not winning in Frankfurt.
Let me tell you something now, yeah. You hold me to this, yeah. If Ange is still there at the start of next season, Ticket Exchange is getting all my season ticket matches until he goes. I'm telling you that now, bro. Like, I'm not even a guy that shoots for managers. You know this. But when you have a tactically inept, clueless manager, he's got to go. You can't keep
I agree with you, but who do you think?
The same thing. I don't care who it is. Do you know what? It's so bad. I'll say put Ryan Mason in charge.
No, bro. Now you're taking him. You might as well go get Tim Sherwood back then, innit?
Start the season. No, start the season. You can get someone start the season other than Tim Sherwood.
It's that bad. Go and get Tim Sherwood. At least I'll get some jokes out of Tim Sherwood in press conferences. Not some guy that's ranting and telling madness like the world's against him. Bro, it's your tactics. You're doing the same thing week in, week out. Come on, man. No plan B, no nothing. No, okay. You know, it's not going well. It's not working out. Let's change it up. Let's try something different. Let's roll the dice a different way. No. It's the same thing week in, week out. He's got to go, bro. And you know what? Even if he won the Europa League, he's got to go. I don't care.
Bruv, listen.
Bro, I don't care. Leon is a guy that understands tactics, that understands the game of football. And I'm hearing Leon say he'll keep this guy for next season.
No. That's not what I said. What did I say, Dave? I beg you correct the thing.
Yeah, go on.
That wasn't verbatim, yeah?
Thank you.
Basically, what Liam was saying is, yeah, we can't keep on changing the manager and expecting to get a different result. What we need to do is look at the players individually and make them changes there and go from there. Because realistically, he's got you guys with that same team to the... Where are we now in Europa? Quarterfinals of Europa. No, hear me out. Whether it be by accident, whether it be by whatever, a stroke of luck, yeah? You're in the quarterfinals now, yeah? And struggling to find league form. But you've got individuals like Maddison, Romero, bruv.
They're the problem.
This is
They're part of the
They're the
problem.
problem.
They're
They
the
are the
problem
problem.
to me.
They
They're
are
the
the problem. I'm
problem.
not gonna lie. Look,
like,
look, listen. Let me tell you now, yeah. This
1 second, Daryl, 1 second, yeah. You got Maddison that should be a class act, yeah. He's pushing for England call ups and all that kind of jazz. He wants to play for England, bro. Because when he's not getting a call up, he's twisting up his face and all that kind of jazz. But then you got
on the pitch, bro. What are you doing on the pitch to say that?
Right. Bergville comes on within 5 or 10 minutes, bruv. He's created a chance. I think it might have even been 5 minutes. He's created a chance, albeit he gifted them a chance as well. But my point is, there's no sense of urgency, Daryl, with these players that have now cemented their name in the first 11.
They haven't. Madison's not cemented his team in the first 11. He's not starting every single week. So Madison's not cemented his team. So Ange knows that Madison's not playing to the level that he's supposed to. And that's down to Madison to sort himself out at the end of the day. Romero, he's just a flipping, I don't even know what to say about that guy.
Bro, he just needs to go to Atletico now. Just
bro,
go.
he's got no brain cells. No brain cells. Doing stupidness.
He just needs to go to Atletico.
I'm not even going to blame Bergvall for that goal. Yes, he lost the ball. But what was Davis doing with the slide tackle, bro?
I ain't got a clue.
What
Just
was
stayed on
he
his
doing,
feet,
bro?
Come
on, man. What? But then again, why is Davis playing centre back?
Yeah, but obviously because of Thursday, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
he's your season's written off. It's Thursday,
bruv. You got Dorrington. You got youngsters. Like
bruv, he didn't trust Dorrington.
Oh,
he had no one.
Trusting Dorrington,
he
bro.
had no one.
The team's done, bruv. The league's done.
Maybe Gray.
Finishing. We're not even play Gray because Gray's had a good season.
He played right back though.
And this guy can't get a midfield place. How?
It don't make sense to me.
How?
The thing is, right, Daryl, I understand what you're saying. It makes no sense to keep him. But with this group of players,
Leon,
who do you think is going to come in and make some amazing changes, bro?
The squad, the young players we've got in the squad have got the talent. Okay, they just need
the young players. Yes, the young players. But they need guidance. You can't just play a squad of young players, bro. They need leaders to lead them, and that's what we don't have. That's what we don't have.
And the manager's not a leader as well. And he's proven that, and he's shown that.
He's not tactically astute enough. That's the problem.
He's not a leader. Even like he might have been a leader for Australia and the national team.
That's the A-League, bro.
The nonsense he's coming out with in press conferences and stuff. Come on, man. Like this guy can't stay.
You know what's angering me is I don't hear no questions about tactics apart from playing Ange ball and I actually don't hear tactical questions to challenge him about what's happening on the pitch. We always hear about all these other things, but not actually what's going on the pitch in terms of people making silly mistakes, on the pitch. Teams being able to just walk through our midfield with no pressure, with no one engaging them, literally. The people just I don't get it, man. This is what I'm saying. We had someone like Conte, and he still his points to game record was ridiculous. I think only Pochettino had a better one. I think it was by a 0.1 of a point or something like that. But he was frustrated because we would still churn out this kind of game would still happen every now and then under Conte as well. So that's the reason why it's the same thing all the time. But there's no change. It's the same things we have. It's like same cycle. We change the manager. There's an improvement. It's same thing. Ange came in. Oh, we had Mason and we had Stellini before that. Then Ange comes in. Oh, it's all roses right now because we've won 10 or we've gone 10 games unbeaten, and then everything went to pot. Everything went to pot. The manager didn't know how to recover. The team didn't know how to recover, and we've not been the same since. That 10-game unbeaten run is actually what's caused us more problems than anything else. Yeah. Because I think it gave people a full sense of security. We weren't that good. We were fortunate. We got fortunate against Liverpool. We have fortunate fixtures. We should have dropped points against Luton. There's other games where you can look at and you go, oh, we were fortunate to get away with that in that run.
Because in that run, Andrew just come. He was playing some outlandish football, and it caught teams out. But after a while, people or managers with tactical nous will work out what you're doing. And then when you continue to do that nonsense, when you're down to 9 men against Chelsea and play a stupid high line, people then think, he didn't change it. He didn't adjust to that. They
But
can't be playing the same.
Daryl, we don't even play a high line no more,
No,
and
we
we're
don't.
still doing the same
Yeah,
foolishness.
it's true. It's the
But
defensive mistake. Even today, yeah, to be honest with you, I think the risks started to get worse when they couldn't really feel like they could. They didn't really feel like they could trust Vicario because Vicario's doing some very risky maneuvers at the back there, and I was thinking, bruv, you man are not even losing. Like you're not even playing that badly. Why is he doing this? And then obviously from there, it filtered onto the pitch, on to the outfield guys, and then obviously the mistakes started to raise the ugly head. Madison's kind of dropped his head, slowed the game down like he does every game that I watch you guys, and I think it's just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. I think Ange needs to look to the youngsters. He needs to kind of rotate the squads and know that, you've got depth for a reason. You got this bench, not just so that you can put it down on paper and say, look, I got guys that could play, but don't actually put them on the pitch. I mean, he played Richarlison today and he got a goal which came off the back of his flipping shoulder or whatever it came off the back of. But he's not really he's not quality I expect you guys to be looking at now, especially as you acquired Solanke.
But we've already spent that 60 million, 65 million on Solanke, 60 million on him, 50 million on Brennan Johnson. Like, yeah, these guys can get goals. They can have nice bits of form, but there's no consistency. We've basically spent literally equivalent of 150 million on 3 players who, if you just spent more money on someone of better quality, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. And that's the thing about Tottenham. We just continue to make the same mistakes over and over. Recruitment. It's the same thing every single time. And it stems from decisions from the top. Because there's certain man who we've scouted. And when these scouts that we've had have gone, I think you really need to take a look at this player, and then Levy gets involved, nothing happens. And we end up with guys who we think is Premier League proven, or players who we think, they've done well or done well at lower clubs. But when they get to Tottenham, they just hit a wall.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I think the good thing that came out of this game, I think Kulusevski looked like he was kind of he looked fresh out there. He looked like he was glad to be back. Got the ball to feet, skipping past players, 1 touch, 2 touch, and making things, tick proper. Him and Bergvall, if anything, going into a Frankfurt game, I think you'd be happy to see that he got some minutes today and could go and potentially kind of like bring the tie home. Do you get what I'm saying? Because all jokes aside, regardless of what you might think going into that Frankfurt game, you want your team to get as far as you can, and I kind of want to see you guys in the final because we got some payback.
I knew he was gonna say that.
I was, but
What I was gonna ask,
that is a good point out of the game. But other than that, it's just a shambles from the whole entire team. The mistakes, the dumb football. Like I said, if it was in a relegation battle, we would have gone down after that match, because you play a team like Wolves that are in the position that they're in, and you give them chances and make it easy for them, because Wolves didn't have to do much to beat us today. They just
saying that
they just said
your last
beat
6 games, Forest, then Liverpool, West Ham, Palace, Villa, Brighton. How many wins do you think you get?
2.
Or how many losses? Which is the best way to ask it?
I don't care.
No,
Like, it's Europa or nothing for me. Otherwise, I don't care if we finish 16th. I don't care if we finish flipping.
It could be 17th.
It could be 17th.
I don't care if we
17th
finish.
and 16th
Yeah, I
and
don't care.
17th for us.
I don't care if we finish 14th, 13th, whatever. I don't care. What does it matter? Like, Levy will care because it's like, oh, there's an extra £200,000 for that additional place in the league, because the finishing bonus is going to be that. I literally don't care. The league, done. Don't care. Like, they just better pull out a performance against Frankfurt to at least give us another 2 games to feel positive about and have some optimism. And then just go and do what we normally do: Spurs it up if we get to a final or a semi-final, Spurs it up at some point, and end the season again with no trophy and the same laughing stock. Simple as that. That's what it's going to be. And like you said, nothing ain't going to change. New manager ain't going to change. The problem is, it's the manager, it's the chairman, the structure above. That's the problem. We all know it is. And all I can say is that these protests and stuff, they're growing in numbers. So yeah, hopefully the heat will come on this guy, and he'll leave at some point, or someone will come and buy us. I don't know. But then why would you want to buy Tottenham? But they're a laughing stock. Why would you want to buy them?
Decent stadium and a decent chicken shop.
Yeah. So what are you doing it for? You're doing it for the money, then, isn't it? You're not doing it for success. Unless someone comes along and says, you know what, I'm gonna take these foolish joker of a team and I'm gonna turn it around and not to make them a laughing stock in the bunt of all jokes anymore, and we're gonna make them be great.
To
Unless
be
you're gonna
fair,
someone
if
that's gonna come in
Levy,
and do that.
bruv, if Levy leaves, I see an American coming in for you guys.
Your brother, those
Just
Americans are
because,
just about money. Ask James.
yeah, but I'm just saying, I feel like there will be an American that comes in. There might be just about
And
money,
what
but
about
they want to win stuff as well.
You lot, look, you're in your position because of Americans, bro.
I know. But no, we're in our position for other reasons.
Stealing,
I blame Ten
stealing,
Hag, bruv.
bro.
I blame
Stealing,
Ten.
bro. You can't blame Ten Hag. They signed Ten Hag.
I know.
These men are stealing finances out of your club, bro. Money laundering, all sorts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Of course, allegedly.
Sorry.
Before we get ripped off.
Trust me, bro. These are not my words. Yeah, we'll move on because I'm sure there'll be more to say on Spurs as the season goes on.
No, I actually don't have any more to say.
But yeah, Man City, Palace. Man City. It's not often you say Man City win 5-2 or team wins 5-2 and they're lucky to win 5-2.
They were lucky to win 5-2.
That
offside
goal was...
Brother, Eze's goal goes in. Said it to you yesterday, Leon.
Yeah.
Eze goes in.
Yeah.
They're not winning 5-0. I don't even know if they're going to get one goal because they were looking so bad in the first half. So they were looking horrible.
And left side was getting killed over and over.
Oh my days. And there was so much space, bruv. So much space. So
I don't think they rated Crystal Palace going into the game, you know. I feel like they didn't respect them. And then
Crystal Palace have had a number of them a few times.
Exactly that, James. Why? Because
yeah.
I don't know.
That Mateta's a decent striker, you know, bruv. When I first saw him, I was like, a bit clunky. But this guy, bruv, he's a beast, bruv.
That's Roy Hodgson, bro. Roy Hodgson had him in it.
I'm telling you.
Vieira brought him in.
Vieira did, didn't it?
Vieira brought him in. And then, like, Roy Hodgson took over and he just couldn't buy a goal. And then as soon as Glasner came in, just started firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, mate. Bring him to
you. Apparently, he got subbed at halftime for poor performance. I didn't think it was that bad in the first half.
Who?
It wasn't great. Mateta. Apparently, it wasn't a good performance first half. So he got hauled.
Sometimes the manager sees things that we don't know was the game plan, and if he ain't following it to what he wanted, that's why he dragged him off.
It kind of went against him in the end because they had no focal point.
Yeah.
and they got finished after that. Right? Oh, man. I felt sorry for them because it looked like it was going to be a great day for Crystal Palace. The fans were going wild, and then bang, bang. De Bruyne gets a lot of credit. That free kick, I'm sorry, the free kick bounced before it went into the goal. I swear down. That free kick, no free kick should be bouncing before it goes into the goal. I don't know how he got so wrong-footed because it was on his side. Let the wall do its job.
If you look at his footing, he was like there was nothing he could do about it. But,
that's because he went to the left.
Yeah, I don't know. At the end, it was a good free kick. He went in.
Yeah, it was a bad free kick.
De Bruyne had a good game. He's obviously signing up, hopefully, with style. I think that's the question is he going to play every week now?
Well, he say he's playing injury free now, so he feels like he can play with every week. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but I tell you what, they're shining light, bruv. Omar Mamouche, God, brother, the guy is a player. Yeah, talk about a game changer. Like if he's on the pitch, you've got a chance. End of story. You've got a chance, bro. Just put the ball in that place, and he'll do the rest.
It's crazy to watch. Like we've talked about certain players about making the right decisions, but he makes decisions quickly and executes them quickly. There's no time for the defender to react to what he's gonna do, and that's what makes him so dangerous. And I think they've made it a very astute signing. I think we thought selling Julian Alvarez was a mistake, and in a way it was.
I was literally about to say that.
Bringing in Mamouche is a way to
great replacement, great replacement, upgrade even. To be honest, upgrade. Because he's quicker, he's more versatile across the forward line. Like He's more skillful. Do you get what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I feel like he can probably play he can play 10 as well. Do you get what I'm saying?
He
I know
can,
they
yeah,
put.
he
I
can
think they put Alvarez 10, didn't they, for a bit?
And cause problems.
Yeah. So yeah, man, and he can take free. He can do the lot, bro. He can do the lot, man. So yeah, well done. Whoever scattered him, well done. Unlucky
This is
Liverpool.
why I'm annoyed because he
Man,
was supposed to
he
be
was
Liverpool.
scared,
He was supposed to come to us in the summer.
Man was killing
Bro.
Europe. He was killing Europe.
And Man City were like, "No, you're not going to Liverpool in the summer. Here's this 270 from what 20K a week. Take 270. Man packed his bags quickly, bro.
Yeah,
Quick.
out the door.
You know what's mad? He left Bundesliga, what, 4 months ago? Man's still second or third in goal involvement, bro. It's mad.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Well,
That
It
is
was mad
wild.
because it was like him and Salah were like neck and neck for Europe. Two Egyptians were neck and neck. They were the first two to get double figures in goals and assists this season. And when it happened,
why didn't Salah have a word, man?
I think he did, but bro, the money.
Is it because?
Bro,
I know-
Salah can't have a word. So what's he going to have a word
his
with?
own money.
They haven't even sent him a contract, bruv.
But that's what I said. Is it because that's what I was about to say? That's what I was going to say. Is it because he didn't know what the situation
was
him
doing.
for
Bruv,
Liverpool? Because
Man City come calling,
if I was Salah,
you're gonna say yes.
Bro, if I was Salah and I knew I was secure at Liverpool, gonna be there 2 more seasons, I'm gonna go to Mamouche and say, bro, come Liverpool,
Let's light
you're
it
take
up.
over my legacy.
No, not
You
even.
are.
Let's just
You know
light it
what I
up.
yeah, even just that. Yeah, we'll just do the Egyptian thing. Just two
Yeah,
of us,
just light up.
Egyptian kings.
I promise you, you'll
dance.
take over Nunez's spot.
Yeah, you know that.
That's a hard sell. That wasn't a hard
Innit?
sell.
Just send him some YouTube clips, bro. That'll be it. He's in. He's involved.
But he literally could have said, "Come, take over my legacy. They love me. You see how the city and the people and the fans are with me. Come here. You can once I'm gonna give it another 2 more seasons, but my legs are coming to an end. But you can be the next Egyptian king." But
So
he didn't know what he didn't know. Bro, he didn't know what was going on for himself. So how can he really go and tell a man that? Would have been lies. So you can again blame FSG for the because all of this Salah thing, and look where we're at. We're back to some big
1 year or 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, isn't it? Yeah.
There's big momentous signing coming to the middle of the pitch. This that. What was all that for, bro? Why didn't they just sign the thing from before with all this cloak and dagger?
Well, apparently
Facade,
he
innit?
didn't get a pay rise. So
That's apparently, bro.
apparently he didn't get. It wasn't a decrease. Wasn't a pay rise. So
there's gonna be some financial gain somewhere, bro. Trust me.
I reckon the financial. This is obviously speculation, but I reckon his base salary is probably gone up, and it's less of the incentivized bonuses.
All right,
and that's going to make you happy. So he's getting the
based on
same
his goals
money.
and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, but the guaranteed money is better. So
Players also get signing on fees.
yeah, he's probably got some of that as well. So,
Yeah.
but now if Mamouche next season, he's got 16-10 now. He's going to keep scoring the rest of the season.
Bro, he's going to kill it next year, brother.
And then they're going to build new players around him. Haaland, actually, they got their tournament in it, so they're never going to get a good preseason. That bodes well for us, really, because they're going to.
Oh, what? It's AFCON. You talking about AFCON?
No, they got the World Club Cup.
Oh, right, yes.
So, and I checked, the Premier League season still starts at 16th of August. So, Man City aren't getting any kind of rest. So,
But they'll use it as their pre-season as well.
Yeah, probably.
They'll have to. They'll probably have no choice but to do that.
I think he wants to start bedding this team. You got to think there's a few players in that team now that they're not going to be playing next year.
He needs a right back and a left back.
De Bruyne's gone. Bernardo Silva, you're looking at possibly Gundogan. Guys, those guys are not going to be touching pitch anymore. So
can I just say though?
I think he wants to use it to.
Them man have got some good deputies coming true, brother. In the youngsters. Let me not tell you that. Because even in the last 5 games that I've seen them transitioning some of the youngsters in, these man look like a problem. Yeah, they look like they're not lacking confidence. They want to be doing 360s in their own box and passing the ball out on some real composed, on some just uncomposed. We're in the cages, bruv. So that shows you the philosophy and whatever they're doing in the training park in terms of keeping their focus and stuff. Man, like Romero and that, they need to be watching them tapes, bro.
Yeah, but that's the difference, though, man.
No.
Come on, the difference is
Romero doesn't need to watch no tapes, bro. This is
Bro,
all.
That's how you got injured, bruv. Trying to
is
do that. That's how you got
Argentina.
injured.
No, there's an Argentina version. It's like a split personality. There's Argentina Romero and there's Tottenham Romero. They're two different players, bro.
same with
different
Richarlison. Same with Richarlison in Brazil as well.
Can I ask a question?
Go on.
Be honest, yeah.
Yeah.
How, like, in the next 6 games? Sorry, James, are we finished with Man City and Palace?
Yeah. We'll move on to
right now. You men were
predictions.
talking, and I was just looking at the league table, just thinking, I want to cry. Yeah, 6 games left. Where do you
That's why I
actually
asked them.
think?
That's why I asked him.
Yeah,
Lamar, what does it matter? What are you doing it for, bro?
but because I care, bro.
What?
I care.
Care
Bro,
for what? Listen to what you're saying. As a Manchester United fan, listen to what you're saying. You're caring about finishing in the teens in the Premier League table, bro.
Brother,
Are you mad?
there's possible, yeah, right? There's 18 points left.
Unless you can finish ninth, don't talk to me. Unless you can finish ninth, don't talk to me.
I'm looking for ninth.
Bro, yeah, because
they could finish ninth mathematically, bro. This is what I did to myself, and then I reminded myself I was delusional. Exactly. Delusion.
You lot watching, bro. Both of you two are watching your teams every week and see the nonsense that's being produced on the pitch, yeah. And you lot are thinking about 5-6 game runs to get.
What does ninth get you though?
Top table.
General question,
bro. Some dignity, bro. Dignity.
That's about it, bro. Dignity,
bro. That's it.
I thought Europe was coming in somewhere.
Nah, brother. Dignity. I'm not looking at nothing else. I'm looking just to win Europa to guarantee us Europe next season. But I'm just looking at some dignity in the domestic league. That's all I need.
James,
let's get to 40 points first, bro. Let's get to 40 points.
Hey, bro, you know what, yeah? Don't do that. That's rank.
That
is down well out of order. How they get the 40 points?
Remember the relegation battles usually.
Daryl, you got to remember that the managers have said we are at the beginning of a rebuild. We are going to go through many ups and downs. It's going to be a rollercoaster until we get to the promised land. That's what BS they've been talking about. Both of them, Amorim and Ange, bruv.
James, you know what it is, yeah? What it is Leon and Lamont are still watching Match of the Day, and you know when Match of the Day puts the top half of the table in the bottom.
I can't tell you the last time, I haven't watched Match of the Day.
I don't even know what that is,
bro. I haven't.
I don't know what you.
I can't do that.
I don't know what you're begging for, bro. I've done stop watching that, bro. League table don't mean that, bro. I don't even look for the league table. Even when I'm doing my fantasy football, bro, I'm not even looking at the Premier League part where it says league table.
I'm
looking at it right now, boy. It looks pretty.
No, honestly, Daryl, yeah, you say that when it comes to Tottenham, I'm pessimistic. I'm just trying to change the energy in it. I just tried something because there's nothing else. There's nothing else. I've got nothing else to hold on to. I've got nothing to hold on to. So I had to try something.
There's nothing you and me could do to help this, bruv.
I know, bruv.
Exactly. So just let it go, man.
I think we need to call it a day, boys.
Well, I want to let it go, but James won't let me, bruv. I don't want to even talk about football no more, bruv.
Yeah, bro.
This has been honestly, this has been the most miserable season of football that I can remember. Seriously. On a real for me. And look, James is out here just winning the league, and look, they've not even had a challenge. It's not even. It's been a stroll in a park. It's dead, bro.
Do you know what it is? Yeah,
that's what you got. That's what happens when Arsenal are second.
I would say, Leon, for us going to the games and being at the stadium week in, week out, the Sherwood era was terrible. Yeah, but at least in the Sherwood era,
not as bad as this, bruv.
The team was rubbish. The manager was rubbish. But right now,
well, he finished sixth.
The manager's rubbish, and the team ain't actually that bad, but they're just dumb. Like I swear down, Tottenham need to start doing IQ tests for players before they sign them, bro. Like real talk, like because the stupidity in this squad is unbelievable. I'm going to let the youngsters fly. But like Lermont was saying just now, the difference between City and their youngsters coming through and the quality and the type of players that they are playing with and they are learning from and getting embedded with, compared to the type of senior players we have at Tottenham that the youngsters are coming in and playing with and trying to learn from, is a complete world of class, bro. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Ange out, Levy out, full stop, I'm done.
Let's move on anyway. Let's move on to the last point of the agenda. Predictions. Predictions for the next game week. I know you really said you're not really bothered about that game, but we need a prediction. So who have you guys got? Well, Lamont's first, isn't it? As usual.
Yeah, I'm always first, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, we got Wolves next. Right,
Wolves.
so
Man, they're gonna be
At home.
confident as hell, bro.
They're on it.
I think
They're on it.
we just boosted
If-
their confidence.
the funny thing is they've gone from Tottenham to Spurs to United. So it's like the same but different at the minute. So they're just probably going to do the exact same, play the exact same players. Cunha's going to come on for the last 20 and score the
They'll probably
15.
start this time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
should-
so
they should
I'm
be
going to call it.
Wolves
It's
should be
going to be United 1, Wolves 2.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Xerxes out injured as well, so that's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah, Hammy.
The only shining light, brother, and they're going for, and he's injured. I mean, really, can't get any worse, bruv. Can't get any worse. So yeah, United 1, Wolves 2.
We've got
Right.
Nottingham Forest. That's not actually really in good form at the moment, really.
Bruv, you wanna touch wood when you say that, bro.
But
Pause.
you're right though. You're right. When I talk about touching wood, this is what's going to happen. We're going to be Dr. Spurs, and Chris Woods, who's not been in form, is going to bang again.
He's been injured, to be fair.
Like, pause. But yeah, it doesn't matter. Chris Woods is going to come back. The Chris Woods that been banging goals all season, he's going to turn up. They've moved our game to, I think it's Bank Holiday Monday, is it?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
What do you think the score's gonna be?
Yeah, score.
At home, you know. Boy, we're just going to keep it with the 2-1s and go 2-1 Forest, man.
2-1 Forest. Eesh. Leon?
Come
1-0
on, optimist.
Forest.
1-0. Okay.
Bro, it's all just
Bruv, Nunes
make
is coming
believe,
back,
bruv.
bro.
You know, bro. I predicted we were gonna lose 2-0 to Wolves, bruv, and then we lost 4-2.
And you, James? Who you not got?
Leicester.
Leicester.
These guys are just annoying me, bro, right now. Like, it
Who,
should be a
Leicester?
walk in the park next Sunday.
Bruv, Leicester is gonna be a walk in the park. Don't do that.
James is just
West Ham should have been. We beat West Ham twice. We scored 5 goals twice against West Ham this season. And today we decided to be some.
You are 6 points from winning the Premier League.
We will win 3-0. We have to win 3-0. No,
Okay.
let me not be too. Let me say 2-0. I'm probably gonna regret it, yeah. And you'll hear me after the game saying, "Why did I change it?"
Stay with your
3-0.
chest, man. Stay free.
3-0, but I don't
3-0.
think it's gonna be 3-0. I don't think it's gonna be 3-0, but I'm trying to manifest a 3-0 because I know we only need 6 points, but I want a performance. At least I want a performance to come out of this. So yeah, 3-0. It's away from home. So cool. That's it for this week. Boy, that was a good end to the show.
Look what United did to Le Mans. Look at that.
It's got tired, bro.
Tired, bro. Tired of this stuff.
But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and hit the notification button. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Later.
Peace.
Peace out.